got the sound that'll ease your mind. Every track's a vibe, every song's a key. Docz is the master of the melody. Come and take a ride with me and get what you need, 'cause she is the only remedy. Docz melodies, oh, she'll diagnose your cravings, treat you right, prescribe that groove to light up your night. She'll diagnose your craving, you know where to be. Tune into the sounds of tomorrow with docz buddies.
Hello, hello, beautiful people. This is docz, and you're listening to docz Melodies here on Sonic Radio, unleashing the sounds of tomorrow. And as always, I'm glad to be back to give you more great music from independent artists. Remember, here at docz Melodies, it is my job to satiate your musical cravings with musical excellence. So welcome back for your prescription refill. Beautiful people, don't forget to reach out to me via Instagram and Facebook at docz Melodies. Independent artists, let's get your music on air. Email me at docz@sonicscoutradio.com. Now let's get it. Let's go. I got another great show coming up, including a great interview with Mr. Tick to the Talk himself, Dominic Bazile. He has 1 million followers combined on his platforms, and he is going to come and talk with us today. But up first, let's have some music. Here is Mimi Bangura with Nights Off.
Lost in thought, I'm tripping. Oh, I'm wishing I was feeling different. Looking for a reason why this feeling keeps on coming back to me. It's hurting me, disturbing me. Thought it was a warning. Looking for clues to see the truth, but it was just deceiving. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to follow me around, ooh. Never letting me be, even if I want to, even if I try to. Ooh, I really do. Always finding something wrong with me, and I lose every time I get stuck in this house. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Looking left and right like something's about to take me out. Why? I'm worked up on my free time. Supposed to be at home, right? Just enjoying my life, but I can't even focus on what's happening to me. Losing track of time, been in the same spot for days. I can't find my way, it's like I'm stuck inside a maze. Trying to reach out, but I just don't know what to say. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning. Tell me why it has to mess my night up, even on my nights off. I can't even rest up for the morning.
That was Mimi Bangura with Nights Off. Up next is Mister with Keep the Lights On here on docz Melodies.
Nobody told you this before, but you outshine the sun. The type that I've been looking for. I've seen you inside my dreams. So baby, come a little closer. Know that you are the only one. I wanna see your body move. Don't be afraid. And baby, keep the lights on. And baby, keep the lights on. So can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you. This world can be an ugly place. Sometimes it brings out the worst in us. But when I see your pretty face, it all fades away. Yeah. Let me climb up your mountain. Let me search through your valleys. I got my eyes wide open. Baby, don't hide. Baby, keep the lights on. Baby, keep the lights on. Can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you. Baby, keep the lights on. Baby, keep the lights on. And can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you. I wanna see your body move. Yeah. I wanna see your body move. I wanna see your body move. Oh, I gotta see your body move. So can we keep the lights on? And baby, keep the lights on. And can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you. Keep the lights on. And baby, keep the lights on. And can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you. All lights on you. All lights on. And can we keep the lights on? I wanna see you.
That was Mister with Keep the Lights On. Up next is Lenny Friday with Dial Tone here on docz Melodies.
She like to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, super early, just to tell me about the dream that she was having and what it could mean. And then she asked me if
Hey baby, do you believe in
I believe in redemption. I said it's hard to say. I kiss her cheek and grab her waist.
It's hard to say for sure. Tricks up in this lady's purse. Okay. Just like Kanye's verse. And that's when backwards turns to forwards and then left to right. All she wanna know is can we do it when the time is right. And I don't know if I can go alone, but if I do it I'ma be okay. And baby lights my phone, screaming microphones. And if I do it I'ma be okay. Like she like to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just to tell me about the dream that she was having and what it could mean. And then she asked me if
Hey baby, do you believe in
I believe in redemption. I said it's hard to say. I kiss her cheek and grab her waist. And I got your dial tone, baby, let's go back. I can't afford to do what Emily said.
clothes and she spills them right onto the floor. And I don't know if I can go alone, but if I do it, I'ma be okay. And baby lights my phone, screaming microphones, and if I do it, I'ma be okay. Like, and I got the docz on, baby, let's go back. I can't afford to do whatever this is. Whatever this is. She like to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just to tell me about the dream that she was having and what it could mean. And then she asked me if,
Hey baby, do you believe in
I
redemption?
believe in redemption. I said it's hard to say. I kiss her cheek and grab her waist. And I got the docz on, baby, let's go back. I can't afford to do whatever this is. Whatever this is. And I got the docz on, baby, let's go back. I can't afford to do whatever this is. Whatever this is. She like to wake me up, and I got the docz on, baby, let's go back. I can't afford to do and then she asked me if I believe in redemption. I said it's hard to say. I kiss her cheek and grab her waist.
That was Lenny Friday with Dial Tone. Up next is a young lady with a big voice at just 12 years old. Here is Miss Allie B with Makeup, and be listening for that interview in the near future.
We've been kinda crazy and not communicating. I'll be in my feelings and you'll be in your feelings. Something isn't working, but we put in the work in. I'll be in my feelings and you'll be in your feelings. No, I can't live this life anymore. You can make up your minds, and no time could make this better. We could argue through the night, but we'll end the call together. So I'll go and cry my makeup off. So I'll go and cry my makeup off. Mascara down my cheek. Do you even miss me? Staring at ceiling, maybe this is healing. No, I can't live this life anymore. You can make up your minds, and no time could make this better. We could argue through the night, but we'll end the call together. So I'll go and cry my makeup off. So I'll go and cry my makeup off. Hiding behind powder and blush, covering cracks with each bristle on my brush. So I'll be in my feelings. You can make up your minds, and no time could make this better. We could argue through the night, but we'll end the call together. So I'll go and cry my makeup off. So I'll go and cry my makeup off.
This is docz, and here is your teaching moment. Have you ever doubted yourself? Felt that you weren't good enough or inadequate? Did you ever feel that compliments of your skills were just luck or undeserving? That is the evidence of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can lead you to insinuating that you are a fraud and prevent you not working towards your fullest potential. Independent artists, you are good enough as long as you believe you can achieve. 3 things to help you in your quest to overcome. Number 1, perfect your craft. Try not to be a perfectionist, for it may lead to other issues such as anxiety. Number 2, making mistakes is okay. Remember, they're part of the learning process. Number 3, accept and internalize positive feedback. Say thank you. You've earned it. Embrace being different. Originality brings life to music. Remember, if your audience wanted the DNA of the artist that you are trying to portray or copycat, they just have to turn on their original track. Be yourself. This is docz, and that is your teaching moment for today. More great music is coming your way.
This one gonna make them move different.
On the way you put on, baby, I just might pull you closer, tell your friends you're leaving with me tonight. Tell me how to please you just right. Everything you do so divine. Got me going crazy like, oh my. So give me some flavor. Turn around, let me hold ya. Pull you a little bit closer. Mamacita, show me something, show me something. Bend it back, girl, more than I feel it. Everything you do, show me that you mean it. Fling it back like make all the man them want you. I just wanna make you mine. Me not here to waste no time. So tell me what you want to do. 'Cause tonight it's just me and you, girl. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, wine pon it, wine pon it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, wine pon it, wine pon it.
Wine up on it. Wine up on it. Wine up on it. Bad girl, make it move like Riri.
Baby girl, just call my name. Say my name, I'ma be ready. Tell me I could give it a try. I'm nothing better than this.
Whole place.
Tell me how you feeling. It's like timing.
Lift up.
Show me how you like it. 'Cause you really got me going and I like it. Hold ya, you're my liquor, some flavor. Pull you a little bit closer. Mamacita, show me something, show me something. Bend it back, girl, more than I feel it. Everything you do, show me that you mean it. Fling it back like make all the man them want you. I just wanna make you mine. Me not here to waste no time. Tell me what you want to do. 'Cause tonight it's just me and you. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, wine pon it, wine pon it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show them that you come from the islands. Wine, wine pon it, wine pon it. Show me that you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show me that you come from the islands. Wine pon it, wine pon it.
Wine up on it. Wine up on it. Wine up on it. Mad skill make them move like Riri. Make it move like Riri. Bad girl, make it move like Riri.
Show me how you come from the islands. Wine, put it in reverse and rewind it. Wine, show me how you come from the islands.
were listening to the Trinidadian born Jose Freedom all the way from Prague. That was Move Like Riri. This is docz, and you're listening to docz's Melodies here on Sonic Scout Radio, unleashing the sounds of tomorrow. How are you all doing out there? Hit me up in the chat and let me know how you all are doing. Let me know how much you like my show, and also let me know what style of music you would like to hear. Because here at docz's Melodies, I am eclectic, so you'll never know what mood I'm in. Up next is that interview with Tick to the Talk himself, Dominic Bazile. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Uh, 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 You listen to the doc, did the doc, making all the speakers bounce and straight knock. Out of this world, out of your socks. Docz melodies rocking non-stop. That flipping every genre from hip-hop to soul. Hop to country, she's got total control. Every beat's a prescription, every track a cure. Tune into the vibe, can't help but want more. Your weekly checkup, rhythm for your mind. Docz in the clinic, leave you stressed behind. From sunrise to sunset, she the remedy queen. On the ones and twos, keeping your playlist clean. Docz melodies, yeah, she's breaking the mold. Fresh indie vibes that never get old. So ride with the doc, let the music on lock, non-stop. He Docz rocking the block, block, block. Docz rocking the block, block, block.
This is docz, and you're listening to docz's Melodies here on Sonic Scout Radio, unleashing the sounds of tomorrow. And I'm very honored to have a special guest in the house, Mr. Platinum Producer, Dominic Bazile. How you doing?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing well. I am so glad to have you on my show. So without further ado, tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're from. Tell us about your musical journey.
Okay. So yeah, my name is Dominic Bazile. I also go by Tick to the Talk on social media platforms, which is kind of stems from TikTok. I could talk about that, how I got that name a little later. But I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I was born and raised there. Then for my high school years, I moved to Augusta, Georgia. And through all of those years, I was involved in band. And so, like in third grade, I started with the saxophone. Everyone of my siblings played instruments in the band. And so I have three older siblings. And when it came time, hey, Dominic, what do you want to play? My older sibling, Craig, he played the saxophone. And I said, I want to play the saxophone. So he was just getting out of college and he wasn't going to be playing after that. So I kind of got his hand-me-down, basically. So that's how I started in third grade, learning saxophone. In school, in elementary school, even from a young age, they were teaching band. That was very instrumental in the 80s, and then marching in junior high school, marching in all of the Mardi Gras parades and that sort of thing. Started getting into brass band music and learning about jazz and blues skills. And then when I went to Augusta, Georgia, and I marched in the band there, which was kind of modeled after JSU's Sonic Bloom of the South. So
Yeah.
I had the marching band bug just from New Orleans. So that was kind of right up my alley. So marched there and also was introduced to stage band, which is basically jazz band. And so I played saxophone there, started learning other instruments because that kind of nurtured me and wanted me to learn more about jazz. And so I started playing clarinet to learn clarinet and play flute because as a saxophone player or a woodwind player, as they say, you would double in jazz bands. So there would be parts like Duke Ellington or Count Basie. They would write out parts that would say, hey, saxophone switch to flute or clarinet. Oh boy, it could be any number of instruments, whatever. So I took that as a challenge that, hey, I could learn these instruments. So, my sister played flute, so I got her flute and I would teach
Wow.
myself on there because the fingerings are kind of the same in some ways. And then if you know how to blow across a bottle and make a sound on a bottle, then you can play the flute, basically.
Right.
Then clarinet is also kind of similar. So anyway, played in a jazz band and learned all of these instruments. And honestly, I got my jazz influence from my dad. He would always play jazz, WWOZ in New Orleans. And so, it was kind of background music to me at that time. Like, what is this music? So boring. But it really kind of got ingrained in me, And so when I got to the stage where I was like, oh, here is a platform where I can actually play jazz and learn jazz, it just kind of all came together. And then from my high school years, I went to Morehouse College and I marched in the band there,
All right.
in the jazz band there. We toured, we went around the world or whatever. And so jazz kind of really kind of became my thing. Um, but also growing up, um, I would see other jazz musicians turn producers like Quincy Jones.
Mhm.
And so when I would watch The Wiz, and I knew, man, who's making all this music? It's jazzy, it's funky, it's R&B, it's all of these things.
Mhm.
And you see Quincy Jones playing the piano in that one scene or what have you. And I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a producer. I wanted to be the person behind the scenes because you didn't really see him a lot, but you heard of Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, Quincy
Right.
Jones, Color Purple, all of these things. Quincy Jones had his hands in doing, and he was just kind of behind the scenes. So I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be the background person that's kind of making all the music. Because I mean, I was really an introvert, to be honest. I didn't want to really deal with a lot of people, what have you. But I knew I loved music, and I knew that it influenced people. It made people happy, and all of these things. So I knew I wanted to be the person that could influence and create these vibes for different people, whatever. So that's kind of where I got the producer bug from. And so during my years at Morehouse, I kind of started jumping into learning production and that sort of thing. Um, uh, Getting software on my computer, learning how to make beats and that sort of thing. And then I learned my oldest brother, Craig, was a producer.
Oh, okay.
So he was a producer in New Orleans, and he worked with some local acts and that sort of thing. And so eventually, word got around that he was a producer and he was a good producer, and he was commissioned to go work with No Limit Records. So he was one of the
Really?
producers,
Wow.
piece by the pound for No Limit Records.
Wow.
So when I heard that, I was like, well, hey, let me go down, in the summer
Mm.
and check him out and see what they're doing. And so that's when I first got my first introduction into like being in a studio environment, a real record label that's running and operating and that sort of thing. I could go on and on. So just guide me here,
Okay.
like because I could just keep going on.
No problem. I want to stick a pin in that with your
Sure.
production. And by me being an educator, I want you, because I have students listening, I want you, if you can, to give us some pointers on how to start learning how to play jazz.
Oh, well, pick an instrument, whether it's your, you know, vocals, your voice, or an actual instrument that you play, a wind instrument you blow, trumpet, saxophone, flute, whatever, piano, whatever it is. And just learn the fundamentals of that. And that could be, learning how to produce something that sounds good and pleasant to the ears, first of all, right?
Mhm.
So that takes time, 10,000 hours, right, to be able to become a master at anything, right?
Right.
Um, and so I tell young people that I encounter when they are starting instruments, go slow. And that's what I was always told. When I first met Wynton Marsalis in Augusta, Georgia, I was
Uh-huh.
invited to go backstage because he knew I was from New Orleans. Like, hey, why don't you come back to the stage to the show? His septet was touring around. And so I was backstage. I sat next to Ed Bradley,
Wow.
watched one Marcella's septet, what have you. And just before the show, I was able to meet some of the other musicians. They would always tell me, practice slow, practice,
Right. Okay.
practice slow. That's the fundamental thing. Go slow and then work it up. So I always did tell that to young musicians. As far as learning jazz, you want to, of course, listen to jazz because you want to understand the language of jazz, how it
Mhm.
works, what it sounds like. It's like learning any, you know, language Japanese, German, French, what have you. You have to listen to others that actually speak the language. It's one thing to actually speak the words, but
Right.
do they sound correct? Are they, correct? Do they sound um, authentic? So you want to
Right.
listen to jazz, right? So that you can be authentic and have an authentic sound.
Right.
Um, and then along with that goes all of the technical things like learning skills, and that's
Preach.
fundamentals. That's
Preach.
still fundamentals, right? Right, right, absolutely. That's still fundamentals. Learn your skills.
Right.
It's I used to struggle with that because it's so boring.
It
It's
is.
but you have to find ways to make it fun, and I guess give yourself goals. You know, these days, I look on YouTube and these kids are just whizzes on instruments,
Mhm.
at such a young age. And I guess that's just because of the internet, it kind of, you can go and learn anything there.
Mhm.
And so it kind of projects them a little further than where I was probably in high school. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I didn't have access to all of that. So I would have to go to the music store, get jazz books, all of these resources, learn the scales,
Right.
CDs, play along CDs,
Right.
so that I could play along. And then of course the audio CDs to play along to Miles Davis or John Coltrane, John
Right.
or whoever, so that I can actually learn and be authentic, So I would say that listen to jazz and fundamentals,
Mm.
play slow, practice slow,
Mhm.
and scales.
Oh,
Learn your
wow.
scales, all the scales, all the major scales, minor scales, and then you can go into those exotic scales, diminished.
Right, right. Thank you for saying that because, like I said, students are listening and they think I beat a dead horse every time I say that. So
Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
reiterating that for me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We're telling you the things we have been through.
Right.
Not telling you just because, or to waste our breath. It's actual factual things that work.
Right,
So
right, right, right. Well, thank you so much for that. Now, tell us now, of course, I've researched you, but I want you to tell my audience who have you worked with and or collaborated with?
I worked with tons of people, a lot of major label people, um, TV, film, and also local artists. So I've worked with a local artist named Justin Garner. He's an R&B artist.
Hmm.
I've worked with, so going back to the No Limit days, that's where I first cut my teeth in recording artists. So I learned how to work the machines, the mixing board. We were using ADATs to record to. I never used analog tape, but we used digital tape, which was
Hmm.
like, it looked like a VHS tape,
Hmm.
but it called ADAT. And this was right before computers, recording
Right.
on computers with Pro Tools and that sort of thing. Um, and so, yeah, I learned that there. Just lost my train of thought.
Who have you worked with?
Who have I worked with? I'm sorry. So here we go. So yeah, in doing that, I worked with Mystical, all of their roster of artists. Fiend,
Right.
Fiend actually was one of the artists where I had my first production credit. So working with my brother, we co-produced some songs on there. And I played keyboards on the album. I played saxophone on the album, flute. I wasn't that heavy into guitar yet, so no guitar there. But that's where I got my first recording and production chops through the No Limit sector. And then after that, I was afforded the opportunity to submit for Ludacris. So
Mm.
I submitted some music for Ludacris's album,
Wow.
and that actually got played. So that's the song "Get Back." And then
Wow.
from there, I did work with Juvenile. I sent some tracks to Juvenile, and one of those tracks I actually recorded a hook or had the hook recorded, and so they picked it up and re-recorded everything or what have you. That was fun. Um, there are a lot more independent artists, and then I started to get into the TV film area where I wanted to be that background person. Just
Mhm.
let me set the scene, let me make some music and create some music that's going to go on TV and film and that sort of thing. So I started getting placements on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Brown
Yeah.
TV, Hammer Time, MC Hammer's reality show, and a
Wow.
bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it was really cool to see and experience what have you. And so, yeah, I just keep working in that sector right now, and as well as producing for other artists and independent artists. I'm working on an artist right now, Chassie D. She's a soul singer from Baton Rouge. Really excited about that project or what have you. So once I get some music out, I'll definitely send it your way.
Please
Uh,
do.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, I just keep it going basically.
Great. Thank you for that. Now, tell us, in your opinion, what makes a great producer?
A great producer, a great producer listens. Okay, a great producer will listen to
Wow, yes.
the artist
Mm.
first of all, so that they can know how to. So the artist is like their subject, like a photographer, and you need to know how to compose
Mhm.
that subject in the right frame, right? If I'm using art analogy or what have you. And so how to place that artist in the right music and create something that is going to accentuate that artist's talent, their voice. So that could be lyrics, telling a story. That could be the music setting. Are we just going for a piano ballad, or are we just going for a full on production? Um, all the bells and whistles. Do we need it to be hype? Do we need some 808s in there? So
Yeah.
you have to listen to what you already have and to be able to hear it in your head. How are you going to set this this voice in a piece of music.
Mhm, mhm. All right. Well, do you have a formula? What did I know? Like songwriters have formulas, and then you hear about things, you learn about things, you study about things. They say you have to do this, you have to have this in there, you have to have that. Do you personally? I know you do, and I want you to tell all your tricks, but can you give us like a synopsis of, like, you're in the studio and you're working with an artist, what type of formula, or that you would use to gel with the artist, to get the conversation going, to get the creative side active?
Yeah. Typically with an artist, when I first start working with an artist, I find out, what are they into? What kind of music styles are they into? And then also I ask them,
Mhm,
what playlist, whether it's Spotify, Apple,
mhm.
would you hear yourself on?
Okay.
Because that kind of gets me in the mind frame of, okay, this is, where this is the audience that they want to garner, right? Because every audience is different. You're not gonna, shop Ice Cube to a avant-garde jazz,
Yeah.
audience. You're not gonna put that on that playlist, right? It's not the same audience.
Right.
So I would get those insights first so that I can kind of get a mindset of, well, how am I going to frame this voice or this artist? And typically I like to start with chords. So I might be at a piano, try to get a vibe, try to get a vibe of, you know, where are we going with this and see what gels with the artist. I'm not really a sampleist. I love sampling. I love playing around with samples. I love jamming samples. I like creating samples. So sometimes I'll create my own samples just
Yeah.
to avoid having to pay someone else for sample uses because I just want that type of vibe, right?
Mhm.
But typically I play all the instruments. And so I'll start with piano to try to get a vibe. And then, once I kind of get a thing that's going and they're kind of vibing to it, then we can start locking in drums and, that sort of thing, or what have you. A lot of times though, too, artists, they just want to hear some beats,
Right.
you know? And so again, same question. What playlist do you hear yourself on? Okay, I think I have some beats that might fit.
Right.
And, we kind of play beats and maybe they might hear something that they like. And then we can go from there, you know. So it's all different types of ways to kind of approach working with an artist.
All right, all right. Now tell us a memorable moment or a memorable production. I know you probably have many, but can you name one for us?
Um, yeah, I can name one. Excuse me. So going back to the Ludacris,
Mhm.
that was a memorable one for me, and it's been others that were probably more involved or more fun to make. I don't know, but this one was special because um, I originally made the beat in Atlanta for
Okay.
Ludacris, and it was supposed to be on a record called Chicken and Beer.
Uh-huh.
And some kind of way, I missed the deadline to submit the track or what have you. And so I just kind of sat on it. I was like, I'm
Wow.
gonna sit on this because this is for Ludacris. This- you know.
Right.
And they say producers don't do that. Don't sandbag your beats. Don't, just
Mhm.
let everybody hear them or what have you. But
Right.
a lot of times producers do sandbag beats. Are like, no, this is for this artist. This is for this artist. Yeah,
Mhm.
thing. And so I held on to it. And maybe 2 years had passed or a year and a half or what have you. And, you know, typically artists do a 2-year cycle between albums.
Uh-huh.
So when that 2-year cycle was up, and they were like, yeah, Ludacris was looking for more beats for his next album. I was like, I got it. I got it. And so I was given that opportunity once again.
Uh,
And I kind of updated it because it had been 2 years. So I didn't want it to sound like a 2-year-old beat.
uh-huh.
So I kind of updated, refreshed it a little bit,
Right.
and then put it on there. It was like the last track on a CD of maybe 30 something tracks or so, or what have you.
Uh-huh.
And these are from my peers, KLC, who did Move and some other Ludacris songs.
Mhm.
Moby, he did songs on Chicken and Beer with Ludacris, and then my
Mhm.
brother and some of the other producers I was working with. So my track is like the last track or whatever.
Mhm.
And so they send it out, and I was just so excited. About 2 weeks later, like, hey man, Tick, man, they chose your track. Yeah, man, it's gonna be like the first single. This is like, wow, they did all of that fast. Like, it's crazy. So that was just really special because I held on to the track. Like I knew it was like the universe acknowledging, like, this is for
Right.
you. And that completely changed my whole trajectory in life, just having that one placement. So that was like probably the most special one. I mean, it's been synced on, it's in several movies, it's all over the place, it's in commercials.
Mhm.
So I'm very grateful and thankful for that opportunity. And yeah, that's probably the most special. I neglected to mention another production placement that I just had just
Mm.
recently.
Okay.
I work on so much stuff, and because it happened so recently, I tend to forget, I guess.
Mhm.
But Ice Cube, so Ice Cube's
Wow.
latest record, there's a song called Manpower, and I
Uh-huh.
worked on that with another producer. He's a legendary producer, EA Ski, Mr. EA Ski.
Uh-huh.
So we worked on that together. So that's out now. That just came out a couple of weeks ago. But yeah,
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
thank you so much.
Well, let me ask you this, because I deal with independent artists and everything. I want to get your opinion. Is it worth being independent?
Is it worth being independent? I believe yes. It
Okay.
is very worth being independent. And you're starting to see, if you look, I follow a lot of different music pages of
Mhm.
professionals, executives that worked in the industry.
Mhm.
And it's just all coming out, all the things from the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, in terms of the deals and how things are structured, the back door deals, the backroom deals, the all of the discussions and how things came to fruition and how artists that were signed to major labels were not getting fairly treated. They weren't getting compensated properly.
Right.
All of these things and how they got locked into situations where they just didn't have the freedom to record
Right.
and have the freedom to just be an artist, or let alone get paid properly for it. Same goes with producers as well. And so in this day and age, definitely it is worth being an independent artist because you have control over your own trajectory pretty much. So you
Right.
release when you want.
Right.
You can be as creative as you want in terms of your marketing. You have, the social media now, and you have TikTok and Instagram, to be creative. And, you're only limited by your creativity and amount of work that you put into it. So if you don't put any work into it, you're not going to get much back.
Right.
But if you do grind, you're gonna get a lot more than you would with the label, because with the label, you got to be on that label. They're gonna set you to work. I mean, a lot of people think getting on the label means you just get, go in the studio, record some songs. It's all fun and games, survive, this, that, and the other. And then, the label's gonna push your music. They're gonna, pay to get it on radio, this, that, and the other, what have you. Then you're gonna be a big star and da da da. Well, it's not panning out anymore. These days, it is not panning out
Right.
at all. And, the music industry is in shambles right now.
Yeah.
And then now you have AI that's kind of interfering with things as well.
Right.
And it's, they've, I don't know, I feel like the industry kind of has set themselves up, because they've limited people's time, attention spans.
Mhm.
No longer are songs 3 minutes and 30 seconds with the bridge, and
Mhm.
they take out the bridge. Songs are so short now, and it's just really microwave right now. It's like you go in the studio, you record something, stream of conscious, whatever's on the top of your head, and then you release it like a week later, and people consume it, and then they forget about it. It's all forgettable.
Mhm.
It's so microwave, and nothing is made to last the test of time. You can listen to Stevie Wonder, and all of those songs are great. They
Right.
stand the test of time. They're timeless. No one's making timeless music anymore.
Yeah.
And so, and then the younger generations, they don't understand what that means, to have timeless music, because they're just consuming music so fast because it's on TikTok, it's on social media, it's on their playlist that just gets played. They don't even know who half of the artists are. They're just listening to a song, what have you. So it's crazy times right now. So, but
Yeah.
being an independent artist, you kind of cut out a lot of the shenanigans of the record label, and you have a lot more tools and resources to really take control of your music and your path, your music career. And you're only limited by the amount of work and creativity you put into it.
Wow. Thank you for that. Now, do you have any tips that you could give that can help independent artists build their brand? Do you have any advice that you could encourage our independent artists that are listening?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say be genuinely yourself. Just be yourself. Whatever that is, um, be extraordinary. I always say try to be like a unicorn, something special, something that's
Hmm.
different. You have to stand out a little bit. I'm not saying do anything crazy, but if there any thing cool or quirky about you, kind of lean into it. My thing is, I do multiple instruments. I tell people all the time the things that you see me do on social media that have
Hmm.
garnered me millions of followers on different platforms, um, collectively. Um, it's the same thing I just do all by myself with no cameras, no one watching. It's the thing that I love to do. And that's the thing. You have to do the thing that you love to do. Don't do anything different, because it's going to be more work,
Hmm.
because you have to do it over and over and over and over again.
Hmm.
And so, especially if you want to be that unicorn or stand out, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I do things multiple times, you know, until it's right, you know. And so you definitely want to put out good product. So put the work in so that you have a good product. It stands out. It's a little different, and it's authentically you. You know.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. I love that information. So, TikTok, how did you get that?
uh, that stems back to the marching band days, at Morehouse College.
Uh-huh.
Typically, you get when you join a marching band, at HBCU marching band,
Uh-huh.
especially, they give you a name. You're gonna have a
Uh-huh.
name when you first come in as a freshman, and mine was TikTok. I was the person that kept the time for the band, make sure
Okay.
we were on schedule. I have you, which is kind of ironic because I don't know, not to say that I'm always late or anything, but I just kind of go with the flow. To be
Right.
honest, I'm not really a
Okay.
scheduled type of person.
Uh-huh.
But anywho, so that's why I got the name TikTok, and it just pretty much stuck with me. And I just use that as my PKA, my professionally known as name as a producer. And I've used that for many years. A lot of people know me as TikTok. Only my credits are TikTok. I recently, in the past few years, started using Tik to the Talk because that was something one of my buddies used to say.
Mhm.
And I only did that because I wanted to kind of set myself apart from the app TikTok.
Right. I
I
understand.
didn't want there to be some type of confusion or anything legal wise
Right.
with a big conglomerate brand like that or what have you.
Right. Right.
I went to with Tick to the Talk, so that's what I go by. Tick to the Talk. I have a landing page at ticktothetalk.com where you can see all of my stuff, what have you.
Okay. Now I'm going to throw a curveball because I always
Oh,
do.
wait,
So don't get mad. Are you single?
am I single? No, I am not single.
Uh-oh. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies.
Currently not single. No.
Okay. Well, I got that information out of you. Well, thank you so much for being on my show.
It
How
was a
can
pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, how can your fans reach you?
Of course, I have my landing page at ticktothetalk.com.
Uh-huh.
That's TIC, the number 2, DATOC.com. And then, of course, on social media, Tick to the Talk everywhere. That's YouTube, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, all of those places. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dominic. And I've been taking notes as well, so I can take back to the classroom.
Thank you so much.
This is docz, and more great music is coming to you shortly.
World, a small town boy like me don't think it's big enough. It ain't big enough for me. Wanna see what every twist and turn it has in store for me. I want more for me. Cause every little plan that I'm trying to make, every little thing that I'm trying to be, is right there at the end of my neighborhood street. Exit 181, left in the night, had 1,000 reasons. It was time for goodbyes and a change of scene. Growing up of this godforsaken town. I swear to God, I'm gonna find myself out there. Getting sick of making plans, just trying to find somewhere to land. Open road, it's just me, myself, and now we're finding things to see. Never been so free, and I know I won't be the same when I go home next time. I got a taste of life. Cause every little plan that I'm trying to make, every little thing that I'm trying to be, is right there at the end of my neighborhood street. Exit 181, left in the night, had 1,000 reasons. It was time for goodbyes and a change of scene. Growing up of this godforsaken town. I swear to God, I'm gonna find myself out there.
That was Ben Flournoy with Somewhere to Land. Up next is Cena with Just Leave.
If you're so certain that I'm not your person, just leave, just leave, just leave. If I'm not worth it, then don't keep running back. Just leave, just leave, just leave. Look at your reflection. Look at how you mess things up with me. Now you're calling, texting, and I can't stand to hear you speak. Count all of your blessings, whatever is left without me. Cause I'm not second guessing. No, this ain't what I need. Oh, if you're so certain that I'm not your person, just leave, just leave, just leave. If I'm not worth it, then don't keep running back. Just leave, just leave, just leave. I deserve flowers and presents, not all the headaches your words give. I sit there, listen to your shit, but babe, you know this isn't therapy. We would never work, we would never last. That's what you would say almost every day. You got me convinced, now I'm done with that. No, this ain't what I need. Oh, if you're so certain that I'm not your person, just leave, just leave, just leave. If I'm not worth it, then don't keep running back. Just leave, just leave, just leave.
That was Cena with Just Leave. Beautiful people, this is docz, and you have been listening to docz's Melodies here on Sonic Scout Radio, unleashing the sounds of tomorrow. I'm signing off, but as always, it's been a pleasure. Tune in each week so that you can get your prescription filled, because remember, here at docz's Melodies, your musical health equals musical wealth. Bye for now.
Docz, melodies, oh, she'll